Hello and welcome back.
Hi everyone, I'm in San Francisco, baby.
Ooh,
Yeah.
San Fran. That is so exciting.
Yeah, I've been in San Fran for about a week now, just over a week, and yeah, got COVID, which you know, but our listeners will not know. I got COVID on like day 2. I think I tested positive, so it's been a kind of semi-rough week, but we're getting back to it now. It's been fun.
Yay. Not yay for COVID, but yay for getting back to it.
Yeah. No, it's been really, really good though. And the COVID, it's my 3rd time getting it. It wasn't as bad as like it has been. I just felt really tired and was obviously in the house with people. I didn't want to give it to them. So luckily no one got it. So I was like, yay. And it was like really nice weather outside and they have a beautiful backyard. So I was able to just sit outside and, you know, get Ollie to bring me things. It was quite nice.
Have you done any tourist attractions?
Actually, the most touristy thing we're doing tomorrow, which is Alcatraz. We haven't done that.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear about that.
So we're going to do Alcatraz tomorrow, but we did Fisherman's Wharf. We've just been like in the city heaps. We've just been walking around the local suburb where we are. We went crab fishing last night with like Ollie's cousin and a bunch of his friends and his partner.
That looked so cool. Your
really
pictures
lovely.
looked stunning.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was really epic, and we been to like some kind of markets that have like food, like a winery kind of market thing. And we went to like on our 2nd night we went to like a bar, like a American bar, and it was like a really cool bar. I can't really explain it, but it was like it was kind of like a house. It was kind of like a house party, but it was like a official bar, so I can't really describe that. But it did that. And then just been biking around. We met a guy who had a Cybertruck on one of our walks, and he let us take like a picture. And he was kind of in a rush with his kids, but he basically offered us like a lift, but not in a weird way. But he was like, he was like, here, have, because we were like, oh my god, a Cybertruck! Like this is it had just come out from Tesla, and he had one. We had never seen one, so we were like taking pictures. He was like, "Oh, look, like, give me like, I'll give you my number, and if you want to like go for a loop around the block before you leave, like, just hit me up." So, we met him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, like, not many people have these, but I work for Elon, so I have one." And so he was like first name basis with Elon. I'm pretty sure he's like boys with him. And then we Googled him, and he's like some like astrophysicist, like super genius tech guy. And he's just started like a vegan cheese company, and he's working with Fonterra in New Zealand, which is this like big dairy company, because they want to make some like vegan cheese, I guess. I don't know if that's like, I don't know if I should be sharing
That's
that.
crazy.
But yeah.
The guy was just in your neighborhood, like where you're staying?
Yeah, literally around the road. He was like loading his kids into the Cybertruck because he was like taking them to school or somewhere, and we were just on a walk because I had COVID, so we couldn't really do much. Just like met him on the street. And because Ollie was like, Brittany, a Cybertruck.
Can I Google a Cybertruck?
Yeah. I
don't know what it...
I'll put a picture here for people who are watching the YouTube, but otherwise, just Google what a Cybertruck looks like. It's yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Ollie's Instagram.
Yeah. So that was pretty.
That's
cool.
meant to be a truck.
That is a truck. It's crazy. It actually is.
I only saw the front of it. I hadn't seen like the back of it.
And you press a button. It's like got this thing that kind of goes over the boot, and you press a button, and then you press a button, and this thing just like rolls away, and then it's kind of like, you know, like a Ute, like a Hilux or whatever, how the back is like open. Yeah. It's just like got that at the back of this truck.
That is so weird.
I can't even. It's super weird. Oh, like one of the other touristy things we did was on like this our first full day, we went into the city, and that's when we did Fisherman's Wharf, and you eat it's like a classic thing to do is like you eat a clam chowder soup out of like a sourdough bowl. And so we did like the vegetarian version of that. We just had like a tomato soup in this like sourdough bowl, and it was so yum. It's like, It's been like,
I feel like they do that in New England as well. I did that, I think, with like a baguette.
oh yeah, they might do that. But it was
Yeah.
like, it was a dream I didn't know I had, but it was fulfilled, and it was so good.
My mouth is watering. That sounds so
It was
good.
so good. It was like, and then the top and the bit they take out from the middle of the sourdough, you like dip that in the soup and like eat the soup, and then you just like,
Oh,
when
yum.
you're done, you just pick it up and just eat the bread. Yeah.
That sounds so good.
Yeah. So,
Oh, that sounds like you're having so much fun.
yeah, it's been really fun.
So you got 2 more days?
Yep, 2 more days. What's your beverage of choice today?
Oh, my oat vanilla latte.
Ooh, that looks different. Maybe it's just a lighting. Looks kind of like a
Thanks for
matcha.
lighting. Oh, I hate matcha. Would never be a matcha. I'll just go eat grass. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking, well, I haven't opened it yet. I just kind of picked it up at the supermarket. It's like a probiotic soda. It's called an Olipop. And
Oh my god, everyone has those.
And it's tropical punch flavor. So I was like, I'll try
can
that.
you try it?
Yeah.
Because I see that all over like Instagram and like
Do you?
people get sponsored. Yeah, Instagram. My YouTube people that I watch always have it.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my god, it
Oh,
actually
yeah.
tastes like tropical punch juice. That is,
I love the
but it's like
packaging.
fizzy. That's so nice. And they had so many different flavors too. I think I just went for the juice because I've been sick, so I've been like on that juice buzz. But this is like,
Yeah, I feel like
oh my
everyone
God.
has those.
And it's plant powered. I don't know what that means, but but we
I
love
guess
it.
Brittany just found her new favourite drink for the next couple of months.
We went to In-N-Out last night after the crabbing, and first of all, I love the fact they have a secret menu. Do you know this? It's so cool. It's like basically the menu is like 3 things. It's like a hamburger, cheeseburger, and then like, I don't know, maybe like a double cheeseburger or something, and then fries. So the menu only really has like 4 things, but then they have like a secret menu. So I got like a grilled cheese. So being vegetarian, I'm obviously not going to eat the patty. So it's basically just like a cheeseburger without the patty. But it was actually so good. And like, I haven't eaten fast food in so long, but like you can taste the sugar in the buns. Like they put sugar.
I know, the
they
bread
put
is
so
so
much
weird,
sugar in like the buns. I was like tasting. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I forgot how much like sugar's actually in these buns. And then I got a Neapolitan shake. So like you can ask for like all the like strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate to be all mixed together in this like thick shake, and it was so yummy. The fries were kind of average, but anyway, sorry, just went off on a tangent. But I like Ollie was like, oh, you need to try In-N-Out. I was like, oh yeah, we'll try it in New York. But I didn't realize In-N-Out's not on like the West Coast. It's not on the East Coast. It's only like on the West Coast, like in California. And it kind of goes.
I didn't know either, but I guess that makes sense because whenever like people go to California, they're always like, oh, we have to have the In-N-Out.
Yeah, it's so. But
That makes sense
I think
now.
they have it up until like Colorado or something.
Okay.
So like in Colorado they have it, but it doesn't. But it's not really on like the other side of America. So I was like, oh, thank God I tried it, and I might have to get another secret grilled cheese tomorrow or something before I leave because it's so good.
Yeah, and for everyone that doesn't know, how do you order off the secret menu?
You just
There's only like
you just ask. I only knew about the secret menu because I was obviously with Americans who were telling me
telling
me about it. Otherwise I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't have known. So yeah, just ask for a Neapolitan shake and a grilled cheese, and they don't even question you. I just went up and I was like, can I have a grilled cheese and Neapolitan shake? And she was like, yep, cool. I'm like, oh. Yeah. Easy. So you could probably look on Reddit, or you could probably Google like In-N-Out secret menu, and I'm sure someone will like have it all detailed there if you did want to order.
Starbucks Reserve has secret menus too.
Oh.
So like you'll see when you go to Canada, I don't know where they are in San Francisco, but I know there'll be a couple. So there's like normal Starbucks, and then there's Starbucks Reserve that has like a slick like black kind of thing that says Reserve on it in gold next to the main like logo.
Yeah.
So that's how you know you're at a Starbucks Reserve, and usually the inside of the Starbucks is a little more slick, like it's just a little nicer.
Yeah.
And it's usually like a massive like bar kind of vibe. And then they've got like secret menu items at those. I
Oh,
think you can
cool.
order them at normal Starbucks too, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
I love the secret menu. We got to get onto that.
Right? That would be so cool.
Yeah, super cool. How have you been anyway? What's been happening in your world? You've had
I've been good.
Jonathan's brother and his partner stay?
They left 4 day. They left last week sometime.
Oh, yeah.
It was so much fun. We got up to lots of stuff.
Yay. How's Minnie B doing?
He's good. He's just thriving, living his best little kid life.
Aww.
He did so well in Queenstown on the plane.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, he just associates flying with nap time now, which is perfect.
I love that
So
for
like
you.
when we were, same. When we were lining up waiting to get on the plane, he's just like, I can't wait for my nap.
Oh my
And
god.
then, and then he fell asleep before we even took off again and woke up like 20 minutes before landing.
What a little
So-
cutie.
It was pretty cute.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love him.
Also, I have to have a formal apology to someone.
Okay.
So, a few episodes back, I was saying how my aunt is the hostess with the mostest. She's the best. And it wasn't until I went for a family lunch last week when my uncle pulled me aside and was like, I've got a bone to pick with you. What do you think I do? So, shout out to Uncle John.
Shout out
You're
Uncle
amazing on
John.
the barbecue.
Shout out
You're
Uncle
a great
John.
sous chef, cleaner, just all-round man.
Okay, so it's time for unpopular opinion. The first one, college degrees aren't going to be as necessary for a career in the future. During the last 10 years, tuition has increased so much that it has become completely unaffordable for an average person to go to college and get a degree without going over 100k debt. Insaneness, this is obviously from America. The amount of people with these degrees in 20 years will be far less than they are now, and employers won't be able to be as picky. In addition, the employees with college degrees won't take jobs with a pay that isn't high enough to cover their needs plus their debt. Eventually, people will just be tested for their skill level for what they're applying for, and that'll determine if they're hired or not at most places. What are your thoughts?
I agree.
Yeah, I kind of agree too.
I feel like unless it's like a doctor or like someone that needs to have like secondary education, I really don't see what the point is. Even I felt pressured to go to college when I didn't really want to. Even now as well, like you can see a lot more people are just choosing not to, and it's just not as necessary. It's better to have experience in the real world, I think, than just have a piece of paper.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like that's kind of already a thing, right? Like people or like employers already value skills over like qualifications. You're definitely better to work your way up in a job than, just you can't just really jump into straight to the top, you have to work your way up. And I think employers like respect that in a way. But yeah, that's a shame. It's like gotten so much more expensive. I didn't realize the costs had kind of gone up so much in the US.
Well, in America especially, it's crazy. Like you can't really get anything without like being over $100,000 in debt.
Oh, the whole system is so fucked up. Like
it's so messed up.
Unpopular opinion, there's nothing wrong with flipping burgers for a living. I definitely agree that there's nothing wrong with flipping burgers. If that makes you happy, then like I said, we're all part of the community. We're all filling in each other's little gaps that are,
I still don't think that's the right way to say it.
filling in each other's holes.
But yeah, I agree.
But
if it makes you happy, you do you.
Exactly, and we need,
Some people are perfectly content with that, and that's amazing.
I think that's amazing too. I think I'm kind of accepting now, like no matter what you do, we're all equal. If you're flipping burgers, you're just as important as a lawyer who's, doing something. You're
going to buy those burgers.
You are literally just as important because you're both part of the community, giving the community something. So I
agree.
I agree. Unpopular opinion, men looks don't matter, but their success does. Usually women don't care about what a guy looks like as long as they're groomed and take care of themselves. What does matter is their success, mindset and confidence. Also, what matters is having a goal in life. That is far more attractive than looks. That's why you see so many pretty women with medium ugly men. Okay, well that last bit was a bit uncalled for, I think.
That was a bit savage, eh?
What do you think?
I mean, I'm a more personality over looks gal.
I don't know. I feel like looks kind of matters a little bit to me. Like I want to find you like attractive. Like but each person has like something they like, right? Like for guys, there's something the guys like. A guy might be like, oh, I really like, I don't know, boobs or whatever. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, but you know, like there's always a feature of the opposite sex that you're more like attracted to. So like for me personally,
Yeah.
I'm like quite attracted to like the face. So if there's like a guy and he's really handsome, then like I'm definitely more attracted to that. So to me,
Yeah.
you know, it kind of is like important, but that's because that's kind of, but also like, you know, everyone's got
But
different
I
tastes.
agree, like you have to be attractive and like find your partner attractive, but it's not like
It's
the
not the
biggest
most
thing.
important thing.
Yeah,
Totally.
no, like you can't have a looker and that has like the personality of a
Oh,
twat.
oh no. Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, like that doesn't matter, but
But I
yeah,
think
I
it
don't know.
definitely matters. And like success,
Oh,
in
it's definitely a
success,
part of it.
I'm not bothered about success at all. Like whether they're successful or not. Who cares?
Okay. Am I the asshole for accepting and refusing to return a gift from my son's girlfriend? My male 23 son is 5 months into dating his girlfriend, female 22. She's a complete delight to be around, and I think we've bonded quite a bit despite the short time we've known each other. Now, I have to mention here that she's very rich. My son estimates that the money she gets from her parents every month is the same as his yearly income. My son has expressed to me several times that he's worried it might look like he's only dating her for her money, so he's been really strict about things like paying his share of things and not accepting expensive gifts from her. Yesterday was my birthday and his girlfriend got me a very expensive designer handbag that I mentioned I'd been excited by months ago, even though I could never afford to do it on my own. I'm touched that she remembered a short comment I made long ago. I told my son about it and he became so angry at me, said he's had to refuse so many gifts, outings and vacation plans since I've been dating because he can't stand her thinking he's into her money. And here I am happily accepting the first gift she's got me. He demanded that I return it immediately or I'll disturb the dynamic of their relationship. I refused and I told him such a thoughtful gift, even not considering the price, and she'll be hurt if I return it. Now he's saying I'm greedy and don't care that I'm making him to look like a gold digger whose family is happy to mooch off her. Am I the asshole?
She's definitely not the arsehole, and that relationship is not going to work if that guy cannot let go of the fact that she earns more money. That relationship is destined not to work if he's constantly like he's
so hyper aware about it.
Yeah, he's putting himself in like that situation. Like if he can't handle being with someone, you know, who has a bit more money or whatever, like you can accept gifts, or you know, I don't know. It feels very like it's like it's him worrying about that stuff. And if yeah, it doesn't sound like he's like, I don't know, it sounds like a stressful relationship if that's your mindset.
It sounds like he's just hyper aware that he doesn't make as much money and will never make as much money as her. And it's really sad to like that he's had to turn down gifts, but like gifts aren't important.
No.
You know, it's the thought behind it. And it makes me sad as well to think that he's like had to refuse going on vacations with them, because as a parent, if you can afford it, like I wouldn't care. I'd be like, yeah, bring whoever, you know?
Totally. And like if that's his mindset, he's never gonna, like one day he's just gonna end up he's just gonna end up resenting her because of her money.
Yeah.
And like that's not a fair or healthy relationship to be in. So she's definitely not the arsehole, and I think she's right to accept the gift because it was very thoughtful and nice.
It was so thoughtful.
It was so nice, and like she obviously doesn't mind. Like I don't know if they have a breakup or whatever and she asks for it back, then like I don't know, maybe like, but the son definitely
needs to chill out a bit.
Needs to
You love her.
Yeah, either chill out and just accept, and stop treating her you know, she's not any different to you just because she's got money. So like, you shouldn't be acting like she's different.
I feel like he's just self-conscious about it and he doesn't feel good within himself.
Yeah.
So he's projecting
Totally.
and blaming like the money situation on whatever.
Totally, but like that, yeah, but he just needs to leave her if he can't get over those feelings himself. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So this week on Real Talk, we are talking about overcoming procrastination. What do you want to share your thoughts on this topic, Courtney?
I'm a procrastination queen. I will leave anything to the last minute. It's not good for me. I don't enjoy it. It makes me stressed and anxious, but I become just debilitated with not being able to do anything. Honestly, it depends what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Do you have any tips on how to overcome it, or are you kind of like just rock it?
We're a work in progress. Okay. However, I have a couple of little ones.
Okay.
Make a to-do list. Make a checklist. I find it so satisfying making lists. I'm just a list girly anyway, but making a list and then checking things off as you do them, because then you can like visibly see, okay, I'm like getting somewhere.
Yeah.
If it's just like a mental checklist in your head, it's easy just to get scrambled, confused, like forget things. But I find if it's physically written down and I can go and do a little check off, amazing.
Yeah.
And also set like little rewards for yourself when completing tasks. So it's like if you complete this task, you can go get a coffee, or you can take a 5-minute break, or you can do something that you want to do. So yeah, that's all I've got really.
I like
to-do
it.
list
I like
and
it.
And little treaties.
You have little treaties. So like, once I do this, I'm gonna have some little chips or some lollies or chocolate or something.
Or sleep.
Or sleep. It's probably healthier for you to sleep, to be fair.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on procrastination?
I feel like I'm not an avid procrastinator, kind of like what you were explaining, but I definitely procrastinate on things I like don't want to do. My kind of tips on overcoming it is you could try like make it fun by like, I don't know, finding what makes you the most productive. So for example, if you're like, okay, I'm gonna clean the house, like how can I make that fun? I'm gonna play my music or listen to a podcast or put on a show in the background while I'm folding the washing or something, you know, just doing things that kind of make it a little bit fun. I feel like can help. I actually thought this was quite a good one, and it's kind of like identify the underlying cause of like why you're procrastinating. You might be procrastinating because you're really stressed about there's like something really it's causing you stress, or you're anxious about something. So kind of try find what the underlying cause is and why you're actually procrastinating. Be like, if it's a task you have to do for work or something, be like, okay, why am I avoiding doing this? And then you kind of go back and you're like, oh, because it makes me really stressed, or oh, because I'm really anxious to do this thing. And then once you kind of know what the underlying cause is, you might be able to just like work through it and procrastinate less, or at least for future scenarios. But also my motto sometimes is like, if I really don't want to do something, I'm just like, just fucking do it. And I'll just be like, Brittany, I don't care how you're feeling right now, you're just gonna fucking do it. And then you just get started, and you're like, okay, even if you're like, I do not want to do this, but I'm gonna do it for 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and then if I still don't want to do it after 20 minutes, I'll stop. But at least, you know, most of the time, once you get started and you're doing it, I find like I'm just like, oh, I'm already doing it, I'm just gonna keep doing it, and you don't even think about the time or whatever, because you're in it. Like the hardest part is starting sometimes. So sometimes
so true.
Sometimes you just gotta be like, I don't care how you feel right now, you're just gonna fucking do it. And then you just start doing it, and then it's done, and then you're like, okay, cool. Sometimes you gotta be brutal to yourself.
I like that. It's always like, it's never as bad once you do it.
Oh, it never is. It's always fine.
I had like something like that happen the other week, and it was like the smallest task, but in my head I had like put it off for so long, it had just become this huge mountain in my head. And I was like what is going on? So one day I woke up, I'm like, I'm just gonna get this done, and it literally took 2 minutes. I was like, the amount of stress this caused me, because I didn't know, like, and I'd worked it up in my head to make it was just like this awful thing in my head, and then it was 2 minutes. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I could have done this months ago.
Literally, I feel like procrastinating makes it worse, right? Because you're delaying. Like, it could be something so simple that takes you 2 minutes, but because you've ignored it for like months, you're just like, oh my god, like I'm never gonna do this, because like it's been months, and like, how am I gonna? Yeah, like you said, it turns it into like a mountain because you just have
And
left
it was the stupidest little thing as well.
Can I ask what it was?
Yeah, I had like years ago, I had forgotten my Apple password, like to like download apps and stuff.
Oh
So I
my
couldn't
God.
download any apps like once I got a new phone, because like before it was just on my thumbprint, and I was like, oh my God, I was like, I have to change the password, but I don't know my ID, and then it's linked to an email that I don't use, but then I have to get the like code sent to another email which I also don't use, and then I don't know the password of that one. It was just this huge thing, so I just hadn't done it, and I was like, okay, I need this app to be downloaded, like I can't put it off anymore. I need to get this like these apps, because I can't be downloading new apps or do anything,
Yeah.
right? And then all I had to do was go in, and I was just like, reset password, and I didn't even have to go through all the verifications of the stupid email.
That's so simple.
I know, but in my head it
Yeah,
had become
totally.
just like this massive thing
Totally.
of like, oh my God, I don't remember the 3 recovery email passwords, like it's gonna take ages, it's gonna be this whole thing. And no, it wasn't. So if anyone needs to reset their Apple password, it's really quite simple. You just make a new one up and save it.
If only you had if only you'd listened to a podcast and someone had told you that, your life would be
Amazing,
so
right?
simpler. Amazing. Okay, so my lovely friend Melanie sent me a message and said, hey, you need to be careful in New York. Like, there's something that's happening to a lot of women. And I was like, oh God, like, what is this?
I know what this is.
I was like, oh my God. And this is like, I basically saw it when you get like a message come through. You can, she like wrote it out in one message, but I kind of just saw, and I was like, the top, and I was like, oh my God, like what's happening to women? And I was like kind of concerned. And then she was like, a bunch of women in New York are getting punched in the face when they're walking down the street. Now, this is, sorry, it's not funny at all. It is horrible, but just super random. I was like a bit like, oh, that's not what I was expecting was happening to a lot of women in New York, but apparently there's...
But on the list of things that could be happening, that's kind of not a bad one.
That is exactly what I said to Melanie. And then Melanie was like, I'm pretty sure they prefer not to get punched in the face than getting punched in the face. And then I was like...
I love Melanie.
And then I was like, okay, fair enough. Because I was like, I feel like the amount of things that could happen, I'd rather get punched in the face, but also I'd rather nothing happen to me.
Just not, yeah.
But yeah, a bunch of women are getting punched in the face. I think a lot because they'd just be walking on their phones and just, getting punched in the face by random men. I have an article. It's kind of going all over TikTok, and I think the police have caught 2 of the suspects. But
how many are there?
I think it's just like random. I'm pretty sure it's just like
Do you
random
think it's one of
men.
those things where it's like 1 or 2 men start it, and then it starts to like take off, and then other men just get on the bandwagon and start punching women in the face? Like, that's kind
Maybe.
of crazy.
Yeah, but
I just love I'm on the same side of TikTok as Melanie.
yeah, your algorithms are sinking. But
They are.
I'm pretty sure each person that's been punched in the face is they've been like on their phone when they're like walking. So I think they're like
Yeah.
targeting people who are like just walking out in public, like, and just staring at their phones. Pretty brutal.
That's savage though. Have there
that's-
been broken noses and stuff? Because I've seen
Oh,
some TikToks and
probably.
the women have like fat eyes.
Yeah.
Like they're just like completely black
They've
eyes.
been like fucking. They've been decked.
Yeah, and like it's a good punch. It's not just like a little wussy.
I know.
I'd rather be slapped in the face.
I know.
I guess that'd be weird.
Yeah, slapping in the face definitely way more calm than getting punched in the face.
So would you rather be punched in the face or slapped in the face? No, that's so messed up though.
It's kind of scarring, to be fair. Like I do get how horrible it must be, because like God, like traumatic, right? Like you'd never want to like go outside again because you'd be like, am I gonna get punched in the face? Yeah.
But punching in the face, that's a wild one. Like, are they just turning
That's
the
a
corner and
wild one.
pow?
I don't know. Like and people witnessing like these punches, so like
Or they're just walking towards and they're like, oh, this is it, and just fucking like punch and then keeps walking. Like, I just don't get it.
neither do
I
I,
need
to
a
be
video.
honest. But okay, well, if you want, I can. When I'm in New York, I can walk
No.
the streets of looking at my phone and see what happens.
Or, like,
I'll leave
Yeah,
Ollie a
that's a
couple
good
steps
idea.
behind me, so then he can like.
what's
film-
Ollie gonna do?
He can.
I mean, I'm sorry, Ollie.
no, he can
Ollie,
film
if you're
it.
listening-
He can film it.
I thought you were just gonna film it like
No.
with your camera facing.
Nah, he can be.
No,
like,
your face is too pretty to get punched.
oh, don't
I'll
say
come
that.
to New York.
Don't say that. That is asking to get punched. That is asking for me to get punched. No, no punching will be happening. But yeah, I will let you know if I see anything crazy in New York. And I mean, I'm not there for a while, but yeah.
I'm sure the punching of the woman will have calmed down by then, hopefully.
Yeah. I thought that was a fun fact. Kind of weird, crazy.
I don't know if it's a fun one, but it's a fact.
It's just some weird crime that's happening around the world right now. People getting punched in the face. Yeah, that's weird. Women getting punched in the face. To wrap up the San Francisco recording, we shall share our top 5 artists and musicians, I should say. So Courtney, would you like to go first and share your top 5 musicians?
Yes. So not including my girl Tay Tay because, well, we already know.
We already know Tay Tay.
Yeah. So we don't count that one. So then I can have an extra. First, Noah Khan. Love. That's all.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Oh, I thought you meant that's all. Like no more.
Just no. Also, Luke Combs. He's a country music artist.
Cool.
You won't know his stuff, but
he's American or.
He's American, but also just like he seems like a really great just person in general.
I love that.
Yeah. So him, also the band Camp.
Okay.
It's like indie folk kind of music.
Nice.
And Kaleo.
Oh yeah. What kind of music
went to their
Kaleo do?
Kind of similar to Camp. I think it's like indie vibes.
Cool.
We went to their concert last year and it was like incredible. It sounded better in concert than it did in person.
Oh, I love that. That's like yeah, that's epic when that happens.
Yeah, it was amazing. And then the tried and true, Ed Sheeran.
Oh, nice.
I fucking love Ed Sheeran.
I wasn't expecting Ed Sheeran, although, like, he is kind of your vibe, I guess, eh?
Yeah, love Ed Sheeran.
He's also, cool. He seems like a cool person.
He's just cool. He stays at fucking hostels in Queenstown. Like, that's amazing.
That's epic. What's your extra?
Then my extra is Kelsey Ballerini.
Who's that?
She's a country artist.
Oh, nice.
She dates Chase Stokes from Outer Banks.
Oh, it's her. Oh.
Yeah. Oh. That's so cute.
Is she like good? I don't know.
Yeah, she's so nice.
I'm glad they're happy, but also I'm like a Madeline Klein kind of stan, so I was kind of like
so
when
was
they
I,
broke
but
up,
Kelsey,
I was kind of sad.
But Kelsey is so nice and they're so cute together. He goes to her shows when he's not recording it and like dances to her songs and like sings and just like records like videos of her and stuff. It's so cute.
That's very sweet. That's very sweet.
It's so cute. So yeah.
My top 5 musicians. Number 1 is Mac Miller. R.I.P. He's always been like an OG for me since I was in high school. Yeah, I love him and all his music he's ever put out. Number 2 is Flume, who I also love all the music he's put out, and I just think he's a very handsome man. And yeah, I also just think he's like a really cool person as well. Like you're saying about your artists, like I just feel like we would be like friends, you know? I feel like we'd be like homies.
I love Flume.
Yeah, I reckon I'm so jealous you saw him way back in Queenstown. That's so cool. But yeah, I love Flume. Love everything he does. One that I kind of got into in the last, like, I mean, I've always kind of liked his music, but he released an album like kind of endish of last, or maybe it was like September or August last year. But his name's Bakar, and he's like, yeah, just a really like kind of cool rapper, just like makes really sick beats. And yeah, his last album just is so fire. Like every song is just like so good, like back to back.
Another. So his name's Bakar.
Yeah, Bakar. So B-A.
Like, Bakar! That's all I could think of that whole time.
No, not like that, but kinda, I guess.
Like B-car. Okay.
No, B-A-K-A. So Bakar.
Oh,
yeah.
Bakar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then Fred again, who's also kind of like, he's like a kind of, he's a very popular artist, but he makes kind of really similar beats to like OG Flume, which, you know, is a vibe I really love. So I love Fred again. Mm-hmm. And then my last one, which is like, you know, just like taking me back to my youth, is so I don't really listen to them much anymore, but I loved the All American Rejects when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And the like I don't know. I think early 2000s rock will just always hold a special place in my heart. Like Simple Plan, Green
Same.
Day, All American Rejects.
I love Simple Plan. I listen to them at least once a week.
Me too. Like I'm the same with like All American Rejects or Green Day.
Yeah.
You know, like I think early 2000s rock is just so good. And they'll always hold a special place in my heart. So I kind of had to say they were my top because I feel like I listen to a lot of other people, but none on like the level of Flume or Mac Miller or All American Rejects. They're all kind of like,
Yeah.
so I feel like All American Rejects, even though I don't listen to them like all the time, they'll forever be like one of my favorite artists. And
That's so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you loved them, and
I
I
love
was like
rock.
loved Simple Plan, and we both loved Green. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so nostalgic too.
It so
just makes me so
is, and
happy.
it's just like even like I mean, there's an artist who still kind of makes that kind of music, like Machine Gun Kelly. He still kind of makes those kind of like beats these days, and like I just kind of like
Oh, it just
rediscovered
hits
one of
different.
his albums, and I'm just like I've been jamming up to MGK because like I'm just like oh it's like so nice that he never really like fully like a lot of people change for like the
Yeah.
what's popular, but he kind of just keeps, you know, it's cool hearing like new music that's like that kind of early 2000s rock vibe. I jam it. I like it.
Oh, they're good ones.
Yay!
And that is a wrap for today. Thank you for listening, and please like, subscribe, download, all of the things, and we'll see you. I'll be in the same spot. Brittany will be somewhere else.
We'll see you next
See you
week.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.